Hey y'all, Ms. B, and I am recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 9. Blame it on a Henny, blame it on a goose, got me feeling loose. I mean, you got on this Jamie Foxx song. But my mama put this new song in my head. Put it on the kitty, put it on the kitty, put it on the kitty, put it on. Excuse me. What she say? Blame it on the tilly. Put it on the kitty. Baby, it's the song my mama made up. It's in my head and it's stuck in my brain because she just said to me, y'all need to put money on the kitty. On the tilly. Put it on the kitty. Anyway, let me get into this thing. So the episode opens up with Cynthia being a PI Bailey. And she's going around to everyone of the ladies to ask them what had happened in Nashville when she was getting her beauty rest. And at first she meets up with Shamia and Kelly. And they're out to eat. And then they're explaining, girl, while you was getting your beauty sleep or whatever, we was turning up, and then Angela Oakley was still up listening to all RT. So then we see another scene where they pivot to Angela and Cynthia. And Angela tells us, girl, yes, I was listening, and I heard Portia had said, I might as well if Charles, your dinner's ready. And Cynthia's like, oh no, oh Horace, no. So then she was like, yeah, I heard voices and I hear dead people. Anyway, next we pivot to a scene where Portia is with Cynthia. And it looked like there's some tennis rack, but ain't nobody playing tennis. And Portia said, I don't remember saying it. And Cynthia was like, was it the Henny? And she was like, girl, honestly, the Henny kept me together because I was going to go off on everybody. What I'm dealing with, Simon Gubadia and all this stuff right now, I was going to go off on everybody, but I didn't. And she's like, I would never mess with someone's husband. Portia, girl, I'll be trying my bestest, my hardest bestest to defend you because I love you down. But we already know you done took somebody's husband. So, girl, why would you even set yourself? What's to say that on TV? So then they go back to the scene with Shamia and Cynthia and Kelly. And Shamia reads this essay. Let me tell you something about me. Do not send me a text message with an essay. I'm not going to read it. You can put all your feelings, all your thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm not going to read it. If it's more than a couple of sentences and a couple, maybe a few emojis and a couple dots, not going to read it. Baby, it was so long, the producers had to fast forward all through that. So after all of Cynthia's PI investigation, she says, I want to do a Juneteenth Bailey. What she call it? A Bailey Q. Yeah, the Bailey Q or whatever. She tells all the girls that. She tells all the girls she's going to do a Bailey Q in lieu of Juneteenth with somebody, a new person in office is trying to get rid of Juneteenth as a federal holiday. I digress. Anyway, moving right along. I want to say, I would like to do a PSA to say I love dogs. And I come from a family of animals. We've had multiple animals. I love all the animals. I don't give a good goddamn about Cha-Cha and her birthday. Don't care. I fast forward through the scene. I don't care about Cha-Cha, her hair. I don't care. I don't care about Brit. I don't like Brit. Don't like her. Don't care about Cha-Cha. I don't care. So let's move right along. PJ's getting a dog. Now, if you follow Portia's YouTube channel, you will see that on here they call him Peanut Butter, but I think they had shortened it to Pete. I don't know what she called him on YouTube, but is it he or her? I don't know. But PJ said the dog name is Peanut Butter. Portia was like, I can't, this is the time when kids are asking for other siblings, and I can't buy another sibling. But what I can do is buy a dog. Portia updates Lauren and Miss Diane, as she always does, on everything that went down at her birthday in Nashville, and Angela, and this, and Drew, and all of that. And she lets them know that Angela got mad, came down. I heard you call me Big Bird. In the confessional, Portia was playing the dingy. I didn't call her Big Bird, but she told Miss Diane and Lauren, yeah, I call her Big Bird. And then Miss Diane, they can talk about Dennis and Drew, and Miss Diane was like, you know what, I just can't defend Dennis no more. Girl, why was you defending Dennis in the first damn place? I do not forget how Dennis treated Portia while she was pregnant with Pilar. We won't forget he was laying low and spreading wide while that girl was pregnant with Pilar. Then now we have Portia and Dennis in confessionals. These are my confessions. But before then, Portia was trying to explain, the reason why I have a problem with Dennis and Drew, and I'm so tired of talking about this shit, is because, he gonna be backdooring another housewife. And she said, hold on. No, he gonna be messing with another, hold on. Portia, shut up. Then she was like, pause. Girl, please let it go. Please be frozen and let it go. So then we go to the next scene. No, before then, Portia mocks Angela. She's like, who called me Big Bird? Girl, I gagged. I was like, that's me, but did she say it like that in that deep ass voice? Who called me Big Bird? Do you want your cornbread? I was like, oh, God, my God, girl. Oh, my God. Yeah, that would have scared the shit out of me. I would have been like, Portia, too scared on the damn stuff. Somebody came out with a deep ass voice like, who called me Big Bird? Anyway, the next scene is Shimmy and her surrogate. Again, a PSA. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I understand. There are a lot of women who want babies, who have fertility issues, who want to expand their family. But I'm tired of seeing Shimmy at the surrogate office, and I'm not really interested in, I'm sorry, who Shamia's surrogate is. I saw the young lady and I was looking and I had thoughts. And those thoughts I'm going to keep in my head because I don't want it to be rude or nasty. But yeah, that was the next scene. Moving around. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny. No, it's a lot of women who have fertility issues. And I understand Shamia wants to extend her family. But I'm tired of seeing Shamia in the surrogate office. And I don't care about Shamia in the surrogate. And the lady looked really like, I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. I told my mama, and she know, y'all ask her. Anyway, moving right along. The Oakleys are working out. And baby, Charles, Angela wants us again to know that Charles is part of the New York Knicks, and he's the NBA legend, blah, blah, blah. Girl, we already know that. Okay? Angela, I like you though, okay? You still know, you girl. You a real one. Working out, and Angela, is telling, they working out, and he directing her, you just do this, you just did more of this. So they sit down and they can talk about the trip. And Charles was in Tampa, and I said to myself, I said, what the fuck is in Tampa? Ralph was in Tampa. When I need to go to Tampa, because baby, it must be on and popping in Tampa, because apparently everybody go to Tampa. He's like, she's like, I tried to call you. You ain't answer. He was like, yeah, I was in Tampa. But anyway, she lets her know and lets him know everything that was going on. And she lets us know that Charles is like the devil's advocate. And when I instantly heard her say that, it's like, girl, when I think about the devil's advocate, it's always a person that's like, they hear both sides, but they're not going to agree with you. I mean, like, did you watch the movie? This is your husband. Would Charles and Angela survive being on reality TV? Carlos King had came out and said they had been wanting Angela Oakley to be a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now she is, and she's doing a great job. But I'm like, they have a lot of skeletons in their closet. They have a lot of things they have to address, like this baby. And yeah, we don't believe Wendy all day. Wendy Williams said it. Angela Oakley came to her, was like, "Girl, it's just a baby. Get over it, girl. Like, ain't nobody care." And she's like, "No. Like, girl, they gonna forever drag you with this baby, so you need to address it. You got some issues with him. We not addressing." And then he was like, Charles was kind of like, how my mama is. Do you believe it? I mean, if it ain't true, then why you talking about it? Like, whatever. I mean, if you don't care about it, and you're not giving light to it, and it don't bother you, then why are we even talking about it? That's kind of his vibe, was that old school vibe. That's why I know Angela ain't 43. Well, we know how old Charles is, but everybody been Googling Angela's age. We came, that lady is not 43. I'm 42. That lady is not 43. And he was basically like, you know, whatever, it is what it is. If you don't, I mean, like, why entertaining you? Like, why would you bring up, you know, because I asked her, why you still that? He was like, husband. And he was like, why did you ask her that? That wasn't your business to ask. Why would you bring Drew? I was kind of leaning on Charles on this. Like, it was kind of giving my mama, like, when you know what you know, there's nothing up for discussion. And then at the end of all of that, Charles was like, because Angela was all sorts of saying stuff like, oh, you know, the streets be talking. He was like, why would you listen to the streets? That's the main ones you shouldn't be listening to. They lie. And at the end of the day, when the day gonna end, Angela was like, it's war now. And Charles was like, let me see that West Side Chicago, baby. After watching The Chi, one of my shows, I was like, ooh, baby, we're gonna bring out the West Side of Chicago out of Angela Oakley. Well, we don't want to see that. Well, she ain't gonna do that. She been real classy based. Angela doing a good job. Angela and Kelly were my favorite. I would say now Angela has superseded Kelly, and I don't give a MF and about Brett if we talking about newbies. Shamia not considered a newbie, even though Shamia gets on my nerve. You know what? Shamia started off like everybody's favorite, wants her house and all the things, but baby, if she not crying or turning up too much, or being up Portia's butt, or we at the second office. What else we got, Shamia? Girl, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm a real person. So let me go to the next thing. Portia is getting a au pair. It's crazy how people didn't know what an au pair was. I was looking at threads, and I was looking at an au pair is not your typical nanny. It's basically a person that's from a different country that comes here to do housework. They will be your nanny. They don't live like a nanny. They live with you. And au pair is French. And that's what Portia's getting. And she's excited. And she has balloons with the au pair. And the au pair is from South Africa. And her mama was like, girl, you having a new wife. And yes. And the au pair is going to go to the house where we can't see yet because Simon Guardia has stopped her from filming there. And in the confessionals, baby, Dennis then entered the scene. I was like, baby, Dennis then got him a peach. Dennis then got him a payroll. I'm glad they talking about other stuff. I'm over the Drew and Dennis of it all. So she got her au pair. And Portia was like, well, we might as well bring Dennis on in since he's a house husband. The producers asked Dennis, why would you film? Because Portia was like, I was mad because I found out Dennis was filming a scene with Drew. The same old crap we've been hearing, y'all, since the episode 1. Without her permission, I guess. And then the producers asked Dennis, like, why did you film? And I let Portia know. Portia don't say nothing. She looked sitting there looking to the side eye with that hair, that bundle hair. I want to know what that hair is from Go Naked because I want it. I want it on my head. And he was like, no, I just came to the studio and cameras was there. Typical man. Dennis is a typical man. And what I took all the way from this scene, this whole Dennis and Portia scene, is they still hunching. They still hunching. You can see the chemistry here. And you see it on her YouTube, which is more recent. This was filmed last year. I saw it up and through the these are my confessions. I saw it there. I see it now. Won't y'all just get back together? And Portia, like, he for the streets, you for the streets. Like, be one street. How about that? Because she was like, you know, we didn't chat about our friendship and da-da-da. And she read this message and he was like, basically, telling you we much too into la-da-da-da and la-da-da-da-da-da-da. All I wrote down is they still having sex and they still hunching and they still go together. Hunching and sex is the same thing. They still having sex. I don't know if they still really want each other. I don't know. But won't y'all just get back together? Simon Guardia is nice. Portia, just get back with your baby daddy. Hell. And then PJ can have her whole family together We are a family like a giant tree waving up to the sky. I'm sorry, Dream Girls. Anyway, so the next scene is Britt and her family. I'm going to be real vocal about this, and I'm not going to be apologetic. I don't care about Britt. If they X every scene of Britt out of this show, I would be happy. Has nothing to do with Kenya. I don't care about Britt. I don't want to hear about Britt. I don't care about Britt, her sisters. RIP to her daddy. How do I? All of that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying I don't care about Britt. I'm going to move on to the Q baby. Juneteenth. Britt arrives first. Britt arrives first. Did y'all look at those baby pictures? Did y'all see Britt's own face? Did y'all see Britt's own nose? Okay. And Cynthia's going to have a prophet. And I'm like, is it a prophet or an intuitive life strategist? Is that a new name for a prophet? Because I know for a prophet that can foresee the future. Not a palm reader. There's a difference. Not a voodoo person that's going to scatter bones across things like that and do that. No, a prophet can see the future. I don't know what she was giving me, but she was giving me stuff that's already in the press. So Brie arrives. Then we see Mel, Cynthia's sister. Hey, Mel, girl. We ain't seen you in forever. You know what, Bravo? Y'all better give Cynthia all her things. She better have a full-time Peach next season because she saved this. Having this in her house with all this combustion and all this stuff. You know Cynthia don't like all of this. All this ruckus. You know Cynthia ain't like that about like all that. Then Kelly arrives with her publicist. Then Angela arrives in the mood. Doom. She had an umbrella with storm and rain. And poured storm and rain and dark, weary nights. I'm being so extra, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make a very boring episode kind of fun. Okay? Anyway, she arrives in the mood. Doom. With an umbrella. In yellow. The prophetess and tells Kelly, you once had a car. And that car was taken away from you. And Kelly was like, oh my God, yes. I had a G-Wagon from my ex-husband. He gifted it. He took it back. These are all things that anybody can Google. That's what bothers me. Because if there are real intuitive people, there are real people that have the gift. And I feel like on Housewives, even on Beverly Hills, they like put these people on here that just want to be on TV. I'm not saying this lady ain't a real deal. I'm just saying what she gave, what I saw, the clips they edited was given. I could have found this on Google. Anyway, after that, Shamia arrives and she's your queen to be. The queen of perfection. The queen with no direction. Then soil, empty fire. If you know what I'm saying, you watch Coming to America. That's how Shamia showed up. Because she was like, girl, my husband from Kenya, okay? I'm going to come in my dashiki, okay? I'm going to come in all of the things. She had all of it. It was all of it. Shamia was in all of it, okay? And it was given real Coming to America. I think they even said that. So the prophet also tells Angela, you and Charles are too comfortable. You need to take a vacation or something. Is he wanting a Porsche? Is he wanting a Porsche? I was like, y'all being messy as hell. Y'all trying to say he want Porsche? That's exactly what it was given. And Cynthia was like, no, do it. Remember, Cynthia ain't about all this drama and stuff. Y'all in her house, y'all baby Lily like Bailey. Calm down. So then after that, they show Portia arriving. Hold on. Keep up with my notes. So then the prophet tells Shamia during her reading, girl, 2025 is going to be your most lucrative year. I said, girl, how much money you need, child? Send some over here. Girl, I need to be monetized. Girl, come over here. Come around here. You need my money? Because, girl, we see your house. We see how you living. Girl, you need more money than what you got? I mean, after you get to 9 million, baby, the millions calculated. They be all the same to me. And during that time, Cynthia, Kelly, and Britt want to do, from what they learned from Nashville, the Coyote Ugly scenes, that they want to do handless shots. And Shamia's offended. Shamia, I see why you was friend of for all this time. You're not Housewives material. You're not. Because that scene should let them have their shots, girl. Listen to what the prophet lady trying to tell you. She trying to tell you that you about to have some money coming for you, girl. I would have been ignoring all of that. Somebody said, girl, you got money coming for you. I'd be like, oh, like what? What? Wait, what? Girl, Shamia, girl, I see why you were being a friend of for 10 years. Okay, moving right along. Angela lets us know that she has nothing for Portia. Don't have me call Portia. The prophet sits down and she tries to analyze Portia. Oh, and Portia makes a joke. Oh, guess what? Wait, am I getting a divorce? Because everybody knows that Portia's getting a divorce. Drew arrives late again. Why is Drew always arriving late? Can somebody explain this to me? Can somebody explain to me why Drew is always late? Portia was late one time when we drug her all up and through the streets. Drew is late every scene. Even when they went to Nashville, she was 2 days late, and they was only there 1 day. Anyway, after that, she rides in Bullmain. She wants to make a message. And then Britt and Angela get to going at it. And we saw this trailer. We saw this scene. They ran it down my timeline when Britt yells, do you read the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you read the words that are coming out of my mouth? And Angela said, I can't mess with that big ass mouth. I should be able to read it. Britt said, you should use that mouth a little bit more. Allude to her husband cheating on her with the lady in New York, allegedly, and this side baby. And Angela said, maybe I should, but as much as you do got stretch marks around yours. And Britt stands up. This is how we got here. See? Bravo, effing bravo. The girl don't know how to read, so she'll instantly want to go to violence. That's how we got to pistols and chains and whips and things the last time. She stood up and Cynthia had to sit her down. This is Lake Bailey. You gonna sit your ass down. See? Bravo. Y'all made the wrong call. I don't know who did that investigation. Have to fire your whole HR department. Then after that, and she was like, yeah, Britt. And then Cynthia sat down and Angela was like, yeah, well, all the miles around your mouth. We already saw this. It's been flowing out through Instagram. We already saw all these clips. With all the miles around your mouth. And she said, you a whore. Britt, you a whore. Britt, you a whore. I don't know you. I don't like you. I'm sorry. I don't like her. Y'all can't make me like that girl. I don't like her. I don't like her. So Drew is in the corner with her. I think she came with her stylist, her assistant, somebody. And she in the corner, and she wants to protect her peace, and she gets to singing, humming a Negro spiritual while they're arguing. Amazing grace. She said the ancestors are not pleased because this is Juneteenth and it's raining outside. And that's a significant thing too. When it's raining, doing anything spiritual, and they just organ or whatever. And Drew honestly in this episode, I was agreeing with everything about Drew. And I don't even really like Drew like that. But I want to say, Drew, you growing on me, girl. I don't know what you're going to do next, but you growing on me. And then so Cynthia has a cowbell. And Kelly said, girl, what you get a cowbell for? She wants to do a trivia, and I love history. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go real quick. What was the period after Juneteenth? No. First one was, who was the first president to make Juneteenth a federal holiday? 1, 2, 3. Joe Biden. What was the period caused after Juneteenth? Scatter. You know why? Because all the slaves scattered. What was the drink that they all drink? Portia holla, Hennessy. Bitch, them slaves ain't have Hennessy. Stupid asshole. I be trying to think Portia, but you be stupid. Something like, I think you be playing stupid. And sometimes you say stupid shit. Maybe it was trying to be funny. The red drink is for the blood. that Jesus shed for me. So then after that, Cynthia pulls Angela and Portia aside to talk out their differences. They do fake sorries. Sorry, I ain't sorry, sorry. I ain't sorry, sorry. Nigga, no. Basically. And then after that, Cynthia pulls Shamia and Angela in. And she was like, I don't know, but she has a smoke for me. And Angela tells her, and I agree with her on this, as a married woman. But I was thinking in my head, girl, if Shamia couldn't say nothing about that girl, that lady, allegedly she hooked up the lady with Fallon. I mean, the Simon Guobadia with Fallon while he was married to her. So why would you think that she would tell Portia anything about being a married woman? But I understand your statement, your sentiment was, as a married woman, you should have checked your friend and be like, friend, nah, friend. But they were drunk, and Shamia's ass kissed her. Now I'm seeing. And she, honestly, I was rooting for you, Shamia, but I just see you just ass kissing for Portia, and that's all we're gonna get. We're gonna get surrogacy and ass kissing from you. Yeah, I see why you was on there for 10 years and you're a peach. Moving right along, and then Shamia laughs it off, and she was like, you know, I laugh a lot, and I laughed even when my uncle was buried like a pastor, and he never stepped a foot in the church. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? And then after that, everybody started taking pictures, and everybody kind of turned up, and we see the message trailer with a lot of Phaedra, Lord Jesus. And then we see a scene with Charles going off on some man, and Angela saying, like I said, I don't think Angela and Charles' marriage gonna last this show. I could be wrong. I mean, hell, it lasts the baby. So it might do. Anyway, that's my recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 9. Blame it on the Henny, blame it on the goose. Got me feeling loose, got me on the throne, got me feeling And what my mama said, this is all my mama just said. You put money on the kitty, put till on the kitty, cause you just won't get it. And she gonna see this. Mama, what you said? Put money on the kitty. Mama, what you said? Anyway, y'all ask her what she said. It's some old blues reference about alcohol. I don't know what she said. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. I just tried to judge up this episode because it was real meh and be very theatrical. This is Mrs. B. Please like, y'all. I got, like, my likes are going up. Like, I had like 100, over 100. Like, I know that's for the big YouTuber screets. That ain't nothing. But I'm new to this ish. Please like, comment, and please subscribe, y'all. I need the subscribers. I see why now people beg for subscribers. I see why now people beg for likes. I used to be one of those people who used to go to YouTube channel and just look like, I like your content, but I don't feel like clicking the like button, and I don't feel like subscribing, and I don't feel like doing nothing or comment. No, I don't feel like it. But I see why now. Please do that, y'all. Anyway, bye. Good night.